Alright, good evening ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV. Tonight the International Dirt Association Limited Late Models are in action. We come to Kokomo Speedway, the shortest dirt track we have on the service. Brett Wheeler in the booth alongside Kenny Slayton. Kenny, welcome back into the Ultimate Dirt TV booth. Firstly, how are you going? And secondly, let all the people know out there on the Facebook and YouTube feeds what tonight's race is all about.
Well, good. It's great to be here again. I tell you, I just got this track like an hour ago. Me and my son run laps and was turning 12.801, so I could be the 7th quickest. So I feel better now. But tonight we're doing the Schaefersville Ironman series, which is by CT Promotions. It's in, of course, the Southeast regions, but he's our sponsor for tonight's event. And looking forward to see what these guys could do.
Yeah, I believe we've got 50 laps on the board for tonight's main event. But of course, before we get there, we've got to go through qualifying, which that is just a little shy of 2 minutes from wrapping up. And then, of course, we'll get into some heat races, and then, of course, the preliminary mains, and then tonight's 50 lapper. Of course, again tonight we do have a time limit. Well, although I think we've got a little bit more time, we're looking at sort of an hour and 15 minutes to get the show in tonight, and well, shortest dirt track we have on the service. I don't think there's going to be too many issues here tonight. But Kenny, what have you made of the track so far, and what have you made of what you've seen so far in the practice?
Well, when I ran it earlier with my son, we ran over 20,000 laps in a real simulator car, and we've got some tracks that are similar to this, but this one here is going to be hard to pass on. Qualifying is going to be really important. I think there's a middle groove, and I know there is a top groove, but I don't know if anybody's going to be able to master the bottom like they did last night. So it'll be exciting.
And what we're going to see is, no doubt, we're going to see these cars up on top of the cushion, right up near that outside wall. So it's going to take a lot of finesse and a lot of throttle control, I think, as well in these cars to keep it up on top of the cushion and off that wall. It's, like I said, it is one of the shortest tracks we have on the service. In fact, it is the shortest track that we have on the service. But with qualifying not too far from coming to a conclusion here, Ethan Stuckwish, tonight's fastest qualifier, with a 12.690. Lucas Chowning second quick with a 12.736. Patrick Solari with a 12.789. Thomas Coggins fourth quick with a 12.811. Keith Ackney with a 12.832, sitting in position number 5. Troy Stuckwish with a 12.975 sits 6th quick, and those are your 6 drivers that have broken into the 12-second bracket here tonight. Of course, Darren Friedman is 7th quick with a 13.023. Brooks Trammell 8th quick with a 13.039. Jamie Massey 9th quick with a 13.051, and Michael Holder rounds out the top 10 here in qualifying. Well, that'll give us some heat racing action up on the program, of course. We are going to have 3 heat races here this evening. I think we had about 25 or 24 cars signed into the pit area for tonight's race. And of course, before we go through that, let's take a look at your wicked cushion starting grid for heat race number 1. Alright, starting on pole in car number 33, tonight's fastest qualifier, it's Ethan Stuckwish to his outside the 44 of Thomas Coggins. Starting position 3, car number 89 of Darren Friedman to his outside the 16 of Michael Holder. Richard Swaverley will start position 5 in car 38. Michael McCahey will start position 6 in car number 7. The 18 of Jeremy Freeman will start position 7, and the 11 of Dustin Sizemore will start in position number 8. 8 laps the journey again here in tonight's heat races, of course. A lot different to what we've seen last night. Last night we had the super late models out of the Knoxville Raceway, so not only considerably less power in these cars, but well, we're a shorter track as well. But it's going to be Ethan Stuckwish and Thomas Coggins, the front row. We get set for heat race number 1 here at Kokomo Speedway. Green flag is out on Ethan Stuckwish. Wastes no time in driving from the top down to the bottom, and will lead the field down into 1 and 2. The 89 of Friedman looking on the inside of Coggins, but Coggins Has the momentum down the back straightaway. Now here comes the 16 on the outside. That is Michael Holder looking to get up into position number 3, and he will do so. A lot of these drivers straight to the top side of the racetrack. The 7 car of Michael McCahey into the wall. And, well, we're seeing guys dive to the bottom in 3 and 4, and we're seeing Holder stay up top. But at the moment, Ethan Stuckwish out in front, and he's got about a 5-6 car length advantage over the 44 of Thomas Coggins. So top 1 and 2, bottom 3 and 4 is where these drivers are running out on the racetrack right now. Still a lot of moisture down low in turns 3 and 4 and in 1 and 2, but turns 1 and 2 is a lot tighter in the corner than what turns 3 and 4 is, and well, I guess that's what makes this track very, very unique, to say the least. Ethan Stuckwish, your race leader. Coggins still holding down second. Third is Michael Holder. Fourth, Darren Friedman in the 89. He's trying to catch up to your third place car, but having a little trouble on the entry to turn number 1 and 2. The 11 of Dustin Sizemore back to position 5. Michael McCahey 6. Swaverley and Freeman rounding out the field here. As Freeman about to go a lap down, he's running the bottom side of the racetrack, trying to let the leaders on by, and it's going to be Ethan Stuckwish now going through the middle of the racetrack through turns 3 and 4. He sees the white flag displayed here for heat race number 1. One more time around this Kokomo Speedway, down to the bottom in 3 and 4. It happens very, very quickly, and Ethan Stuckwish gets the win. Home in second, going to go to Thomas Coggins. Michael Holder in third. Darren Friedman fourth. Dustin Sizemore will get 5th. Richard Swaverley will start or finish 6th. Michael McCahey grabs 7th, and Jeremy Freeman rounding out our 8-car field. Jeremy going a lap down, but put on to Ethan Stuckwish there. And Kenny, what did you make of that heat race?
Actually, I learned something there, because we ran the top when we were hot lapping, but just like you got to run the top in 1 and 2 and the bottom in 3 and 4.
All right, well, started to see the drivers using that middle line on the racetrack through turns 3 and 4 late in that race as well, so maybe something to keep an eye on. Let's take a look at your wicked cushions starting grid for heat race number 2. Starting on pole in car number 47, it's Lucas Chowning to his outside, the 69 of Keith Hackney. Brooks Trammell in the 22 will start position 3. Starting position 4 in the 58, it's Josh Corkwell. Cody Canton-Wine in the 19 will start position 5. Joey Reeder in the 011 will start position 6. Tim Christensen in the 27 will start position 7. And Michael Stefan will start in position 8 in car number 10. Another 8 laps the distance here. Lucas Chowning gets us underway here in heat race number 2, and will lead Hackney through turns 1 and 2, but keeping an eye on this battle for 4th and 5th. We'll watch this battle that is going to develop here a few laps time. Of course, the 22 of Brooks Trammell in 3rd. Canton-Wine in the 19 on the bottom side. He's got Corkwell in the 58. Now outside, inside, slide job there. These drivers are moving all over the racetrack right now, keeping it clean and green so far for the opening couple of laps. And, well, I get the feeling that Keith Hackney's not going to be too pleased with sitting behind the 47 for too much longer, as Chowning and Hackney both go to the bottom side of the racetrack in turns 3 and 4. And just like what we've seen in the in that opening heat race of the night, top 1 and 2, bottom 3 and 4. Some guys are trying to use that middle line on the racetrack. All comes back down to driver ability right now with a fixed setup here this evening, and sort of a level playing field right now, and it all comes back down to the driver and how they adapt to not only the track conditions but also the track as well. 5 down, 3 to go here in heat race number 2. Chowning, your race leader from Hackney into turns 3 and 4. They continue to run nose to tail. We go back and have a look at this battle going on for 3rd. Canton-Wine's gotten up to 3rd, putting Brooks Trammell back to position 4. They go 3 wide off of turn number 4, if you don't mind. Corkwell and Christensen there as well. Christensen running the bottom side of the racetrack all the way around. We keep it on the 22. That's Brooks Trammell on the inside of Canton-Wine. The white flag is out. Chowning's got this one wrapped up. Hackney will grab 2nd. But the battle on screen right now into 3 and 4. This is for 3rd and 4th spot on the racetrack. It's going to be Canton-Wine holding off Brooks Trammell. Chowning gets the win. Hackney 2nd. Canton-Wine 3rd. Trammell 4th, Corkwell 5th, Christensen 6th, Joey Reeder 7th, and Michael Stefan in 8th. Another great heat race. Kenny, some guys trying to use that middle line in turns 3 and 4 on that previous one.
Yeah, what's happening, the guys are getting their momentum up and they can't keep it on the bottom. But I think the middle is going to get wore in. We'll get a little rubber on there. We'll be seeing some two-wide racing here.
All right, let's take a look at your Wicked Cushion starting grid for heat race number 3. Starting on pole in caliber 99, it's Patrick Solari to his outside, the 124 of Troy Stuckwish. Starting position 3, the 62 of Jamie Massey. Starting position 4, the 333 of Blake Murray. Austin Carnley in the 6 will start position 5. Starting position 6, the 67 of Kenneth McLaughlin. And your final starter, your final row in the 515 on the inside of row number 4 out of position 7, it's Chris Cox. And Jared Nash in car 28 will start outside. Let's go racing here at Kokomo Speedway heat number 3. And it is going to be Solari who gets us underway here in the final heat race of the night. Oh, a little contact going into turns 1 and 2 there on the opening lap. A couple of cars come together. Troy Stuckwish had some contact there with another drive. You see the damage on that rear spoiler, though it won't make too much of a difference at this racetrack, and not with these power of cars anyway. So we'll keep an eye on that, see if he can improve or what's going to happen here. A couple of drivers running over the infield tyres on the exit of turn number 4. But the battle on screen is for the race lead. Solari holding off Blake Murray in the 333 car. And that's your battle for the race lead. He's running the bottom side. Solari running the top side, but we go back for this battle between 3rd, 4th, and you almost throw 5th in there as well. Stuckwish, Carnley, and Cox. However, they all go to the top side this time by in turns 1 and 2. Watching the 67 of Kenneth McLaughlin, trying to work that outside line at both ends of the racetrack. Trying to keep it off the wall. The 28 sliding up. That's going to be Jared Nash, who's already picked up a couple of positions so far in this heat race. He's making his way forward as best as he can as we go back towards the front of the field. Stuckwish all over the back of Murray. Murray into the wall off of turn number 2. Coming to 2 laps to go this time by for Patrick Solari. Race leader since the drop of the green flag. Oh no, there's contact between Carnley and Troy Stuckwish. We're watching that happen as it happened live. And, well, that gives Chris Cox 3rd place right now. But Patrick Solari, he's got the white flag one more time around this quarter mile of a racetrack. Kokomo Speedway through turns 3 and 4 in the middle groove. Really starting to play effect here into turns 3 and 4. Solari gets the win. Blake Murray comes home in 2nd. Chris Cox going to grab 3rd. Kenneth McLaughlin 4th. We go back to Jared Nash in 5th. Jamie Massey, home in 6th. Troy Stuckwish and Austin Carnley. Well, an eventful heat race now. It's probably the first time that we've seen a bit of contact at this racetrack. And, well, Kenny, it's almost inevitable to not have contact here. I mean, you know, it's such a short track. There's always bound to be some contact.
Yeah, especially when you're getting into this. Now these guys had to run the B main, but as a track is getting more, the traction goes away. So you guys are having to move up on the track, which makes the lane a little bit tight.
All right, let's take a look at our Wicked Cushion starting grid. I believe this is for tonight's B main.
Yeah, we got 12 laps, and it looks like 11 cars.
All right, 12 cars. Sorry, 12 laps, 11 cars going through to the main event, and that'll send us 4 packing right now. Darren Friedman and Brooks Trammell on the front row. Kenneth McLaughlin, Dustin Sizemore, row 2. Row 3, Josh Corkwell, Jared Nash. Row 4, Richard Swaverley, Tim Christensen. Row 5, Jamie Massey, Michael McCahey, Joey Reeder, Troy Stuckwish in row 6, Jeremy Freeman and Austin Carnley, your 14 starters in this one. And it's all about to get started here. Top 11 going through in this one. Friedman, Trammell. Friedman drives it up the racetrack, then drives it back down to get the good start. And that'll allow him to get to the top side into turn number 1 and 2 very quickly. But the 22 right now of Brooks Trouble all over the back of Friedman. They go to the bottom side. The 67 got turned. Going into turns 3 and 4, that was Kenneth McLaughlin. Well, he's been turned back around facing the right way, so it could have been very, very disastrous with the field coming right in behind him when he was in 3rd or 4th spot and getting turned. They are trying to fight all over this racetrack right now, trying to get a piece of the top. They're getting a piece of the bottom and the middle of the racetrack. Freeman in the 18, working all over this racetrack, trying to make his way through this field. He's in position 7 at the moment, and he's got a transfer spot locked down, but he wants to be a little bit further up. More cars. The more cars he passes here, the less cars he technically has to pass in tonight's A main. Corkwell in the 58 behind Freeman in position 8. Of course, we've got the 67 of Kenneth McLaughlin battling with Corkwell. And then now you bring in Joey Reeder in the 011, Austin Carnley in that number 6 spot, in the number 6 car, sorry, in 11th spot at the moment. And that's the car that's on the bubble. Now he goes down low into turn number 3 and 4, catches an infield tyre. And that allows Dustin Sizemore to get around into that transfer spot. Sizemore gets into the back of Joey Reeder. And Reeder around, goes back to position 13. And Reeder must be filthy about what happened just there. Freeman battling with Corkwell side by side. Freeman got the top side working. 8 down, 4 to go. The B main is just rolling. It's ticking off laps like you wouldn't believe. 3rd and 4th place cars on screen. The 27 of Tim Christensen in 3rd. The 62 of Jamie Massey holding down that 4th spot on the racetrack. 2.5 to go. Corkwell still trying to make some moves on the inside of Freeman. Freeman right up on top of the cushion in 3 and 4. Battle for 5th and 6th, I apologise. Troy Stuckwish and Jared Nash. They go side by side. The white flag one more time around the Kokomo Speedway. We watch Darren Friedman in the 89 through turns 3 and 4. He has got a stranglehold on this field. He gets the job done. Brooks Trammell will grab 2nd. Tim Christensen 3rd. Jamie Massey 4th. 5th, we've got a Troy Stuckwish. Jared Nash home in 6th. Jeremy Freeman 7th. Josh Corkwell 8th. 9th was Kenneth McLaughlin. Sizemore in 10th. And Austin Carnley in position number 11. Michael McCahey, Joey Reeder. And those are the 2 drivers that will miss out from tonight's B main. Well, we got a few minutes to talk about what is up next on the program. Of course, we got tonight's A main, which is going to be 50 laps, but we've got a little bit of a 5-minute warm-up session.
Yeah, this warm-up is going to help these guys out. They got to make some serious adjustments to take on for the 50 laps. And, you know, for people that are watching this video, whether it's live or on a replay, these are guys all over the world. They could be in Massachusetts, Wisconsin. You know, they're all in a channel below us, and they're talking. We do have track officials that are telling them what's going on. Just like Cousin Larry's watching. He helps me with Boyd Speedway. Well, we'll run an event, run 8 classes, and it takes probably about 5 hours to do the whole deal. Well, we're just running one group of cars tonight, and we'll be through in about an hour and 10 minutes. But these guys are painting up their own cars, or adjusting their own cars. They're putting their own air pressure on. They're picking their shocks, the J-bar, their percentages, everything they can do to make their car better. And you can, when you're in a server, you can share a set and, you know, dial yourself in. So trying to make a feature is very important. You know, we go through the heat races and the B mains, C mains, but it's going to be exciting tonight because now the guys have got to figure out what their air pressure needs to be, what tire compound they need to run, how much wear they had in their heat race, to make it for the 50 laps. Do I run the top all night? Do I run the top in 1 and 2, the bottom 3 and 4? The track changes, so it's fixing to get exciting.
Of course, you know, the more laps that get turned, you know, the more this track gets, you know, burnt out, and That's where we really see those slick lines, and you can see it from the overhead shot right now, especially in the corners, going into 3 on the back straight or just on the right of your screen. It's very slick, pretty much the entire back stretch. Now, obviously, it's not a long back straight; it's kind of more like a D-shaped track. But you know, when you got a slick entry into the turns, you really got to be careful, on focusing on hitting your marks, because if you don't do that, well, a few things can happen. You could spin the tyres, you could get loose in front of a car. The car might not expect you, to check up, and it could cause for some carnage. And at a small racetrack like this, a lot smaller than what we've seen last night, there's a lot less room for error here. Although they're using less horsepowered cars, these cars in particular, you need to keep your momentum up, and if you don't do that, you're going to go backwards in a heartbeat.
Yeah, these are basically set up like the limited class. Of course, there's supers, limited, crates, but this is Schaefer's Oil Ironman Series, which is ran by Chris Tilley, CT Promotions. But I've chosen these to be for a limited class because these are guys that are they run our super late model races, and sometimes they don't make the field. So we're trying to make it to where everybody has somewhere to race. We have some super late model guys in here tonight, but giving somebody somewhere to run, that's the biggest thing.
Look, we certainly appreciate you, giving these guys a chance to run during the week, and some people, they might not afford to go racing, so they can always jump on the computer and always head over to iRacing.com and pick yourself up a membership. New memberships 40% off. Go to iRacing.com/memberships. Now, of course, you will need to buy the cars and the tracks. You only have to buy them once, though. iRacing certainly done a fantastic job in giving us giving these guys a place to race, and giving us a chance to broadcast these races. It's always fun, to come out and certainly put on a show for the fans. But the real thing is, I'm just a dirt track fan, and I get the pleasure of calling these races. And let me tell you, I've seen some beauties over the past few years that I've been doing this.
Yeah, this is really. I mean, I've been doing it for 13 years, so the iRacing stuff, the graphics are better, the track changing is awesome. I was involved with using the R Factor software. I've got 180 tracks, got it on a simulator car and the whole 9 yards. But this right here, I'm excited about getting this on the simulator car. But I'm really excited about, this is my last night of being broadcasting, because I did one Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So I'm off Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So I'm going to try to get into some servers and see how good I am.
Look, we appreciate you joining us here in the booth, not only tonight, but also last night as well. Well, it's a main time. Let's take a look at your wicked cushions starting grid for tonight's 50-lapper. Starting on pole in car number 33, it's Ethan Stockwish to his outside, the 47 of Lucas Chowning. Starting position 3 in the 99 of Patrick Solari, alongside him in the 44, it's Thomas Coggins. Keith Ackley alongside Blake Murray in row 3, Michael Haldane, Cody Canton wine row 4. Row 5, Chris Cox and Darren Friedman. Brooks Trammell, Tim Christensen, row 6. Jamie Massey, Troy Stockwish, row 7. Jared Nash, Jeremy Freeman, row 8. Josh Corkle, Kenneth McLaughlin, row 9. Dustin Sizemore and Austin Conley, row 10. 20 cars, 50 laps on the board. Here at Kokomo Speedway, you're watching the International Dirt Association Limited Late Models, presented by Online Dirt Connection, right here on Ultimate Dirt TV. We are about to unleash these beasts. Anything can happen. Last night we've seen the super late models at Knoxville. What are we going to have tonight? Through turns 1 and 2, or sorry, 3 and 4 we go. Green flag is out and we are underway, and Ethan Stockwish will lead the field down into turn number 1 and 2. Oh, the 99 got real tight on the entry in turn 1 and 2. And that could have been disastrous for Patrick Solari. Your top 3 nose to tail. Hackney trying to make his way up on the inside of Solari. Now here comes Murray as well, working the racetrack. In car 16 on the inside, that's Michael Holder. Murray on the outside of Hackney. Hackney through the middle, 2 and 3 wide already right now. And this is your battle for 5th and 6th on the racetrack. Murray got by Hackney. Hackney now is able to come up on the racetrack, and we've got a yellow out. And we've got the 5:15 of Chris Cox around. Let's take a look at your Wicked Cushion instant replay. So a short track here, and it'll be very quick on the yellow flags. And look at this, there was 3 wide just there as we watch your Wicked Cushion instant replay. Oh, the 27 of Christensen just giving a little bit of a helping hand there to Cox. 27 of Christensen also done well not to go upside down himself. And of course we come back live from Kokomo Speedway. Live right here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Drivers are on 1 to green. Right now the lights on the iRacing official pace truck turn off and the drivers will double up. Ethan Stuckwish, Lucas Chowning, Thomas Coggins, your top 3. Patrick Solari in 4th. And green flag is back out and we're underway one more time here at Kokomo. His restart's going to be very crucial for the guys starting on the outside. They need to get a jump because otherwise, if you let the guy up in front, it's going to be very hard to pass him, especially going into turns 1 and 2. You need that top side of the racetrack. Chowning all over the back of your race leader, Ethan Stuckwish, into 3 and 4. They continue to run the same sort of lines, although Chowning is a little bit higher up on the racetrack through turns 3 and 4. His drivers can't go any higher in 1 and 2 because they are right up on top of the cushion right now. Michael Holder making it work on the bottom side in turns 1 and 2 as he goes through the middle of 3 and 4. Cody Canton Wine sitting back here in position number 8. This time Holder goes to the top side of the racetrack. Here goes the 44 of Thomas Coggins diving down low to the inside on Keith Hackney. Hackney keeps it pinned to the top side now through 1 and 2. Does the same thing. Coggins done very well not to get into the left rear quarter panel there of Hackney, as they are still trying to find the fastest way around. There's a few lines here. What one is the fastest? And it seems to be the middle at the moment. Will that change over the course of the race? 12 down, 38 to go here in tonight's main event. Hackney now looking to the outside. He pulls up alongside the 99 of Solari. Into 1 and 2. Solari uses the slide job line, gets to the cushion. Hackney turns it underneath him now. Hackney with a slide job of his own into turns 3 and 4. Limited late models turning on putting on a show here at Kokomo. Solari with a slider on Hackney. Hackney will turn it down back underneath, down on the back straightaway. Thomas Coggins got the best seat in the house watching these slide jobs happen between Solari and Hackney. Here comes Solari again, back at Hackney. This time he gives the top side, he gives it up. And Hackney drives right around the outside of that number 99 machine. Now here comes Coggins in the 44 with his own slider into turn number 3. Solari once again going to leave that top side open, not going to clear the 44 of Coggins, and that elevates Coggins into position 4. And how about the 333 car of Blake Murray and Michael Holder? They continue to race side by side. Yellow, 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 yellow. And it's going to be, you'll take a look at your Wicked Cushion instant replay. We're watching the 22 of Brooks Trammell here. The car that was stopped facing the other way in turns 3 and 4. See what happens here. Oh. Contact there with Freeman, and the 28 got a piece of Brooks Trammell. The 28 being Jared Nash. Back live here on Ultimate Dirt TV from the Kokomo Speedway. Kenny, what have you made so far of the racing in these first near 20 laps?
It looks like there's some guys that's got their cars set up correctly, and there's some guys that are still too tight. So we'll see how it shakes down when their tires get hot and they lose some
Alright, so it's just throwing the green flag, although that is on the back straight away, so these drivers won't go green until turn number 4, and there we go, green flag. He's back out onto the racetrack here at Kokomo. And it's still going to be Ethan Stuckwish, who has led every lap so far. Can he lead all 50? He's still got 29 laps to do that. Lucas Chowning in the 47. Still holding down second. They've got to be careful. And that's 69 of Keith Hackney. In that 69, he's certainly been fast. Thomas Coggins in the 44 as well. Nose to tail, your top 4. And we have a look back through the field. It's the 16 of Michael Holder battling with the 333 of Blake Murray. Slick groove starting just to wear thin just a little bit more. And one thing these guys are doing very, very quickly is they are catching lap cars. And they are doing it very, very fast. Of course, 20 cars on the racetrack. And we've still got 19 of them on the lead lap. One car just one lap down, and that is the 28 of Jared Nash. So it's going to be interesting to see how these leaders play lap traffic, because, well, lap traffic always plays a part. 25 down, 25 to go here at Kokomo. And I don't think we're going to have to worry about a time limit, because we've still got plenty of time to get this race in. So we're definitely going to have a chat with our top 3 after tonight's main event. You're watching Ethan Stuckwish in the 33. Now, heavy lap traffic in front of him. How does he go about playing this one? He goes to the outside in 3 and 4. He gets the run down the front straight, looking to get by the 22. And oh, that's close there by Stuckwish. He is certainly committed on the top side of the racetrack. Tried to get to the middle, but couldn't do so because the 22 of Brooks Trammell just holding his line. The big thing right now for Chowning and Hackney, they've got to watch what the lap cars are doing. They've got to watch where your race leader Ethan Stuckwish goes as well. And they've got to try and maneuver around not only your race leader but the lap cars. And oh no! Oh, Chowning caught the wall. Hackney now into position 2. Stuckwish having a little trouble with these lap cars right now. And, well, I don't blame him. Although he is using that very bottom side of the racetrack. He pulls a slide on the lap car. Hackney will do the same. In fact, he'll give him a bit of a hip and shoulder. So Hackney staying with Stuckwish right now through 3 and 4. And they almost nose to tail. Our third place driver, Patrick Solari, in the 99 has gotten by Chowning. Chowning continues to run the bottom side at both ends. And right in behind them, you've got the 44 of Thomas Coggins as well. So no change to the top 2. Ethan Stuckwish, your race leader. Coming to 17 to go. 33 complete. This battle right now for third. There's a 3-wide battle going on. And the car in the middle is a lap car. He is in the thick of things right now. He gets those cars led on by Blake Murray in the 333 up to position 5. Certainly making some progress. And just in front of your leaders, just in front of your leaders again. Sizewell puts a slider on Freeman. The 58 of Corkwell there as well. Here comes Stuckwish looking for a slide job. No, can't pull it off just yet. Corkwell still right on the top side. And this is Hackney's chance right now. Once again, 3 lap cars make that 2 lap cars in front of Stuckwish. One between Stuckwish and Hackney. Hackney trying to get by Corkwell. The top side opens up for your race leader, the 33. Although Sizemore went up to the top side. Hackney's going to pull the slider on the lap car. Corkwell and Hackney goes. Oh, half spins the car. Man, he was very lucky right now. And Stuckwish got some problems with the lap car of Dustin Sizemore at the moment. Freeman almost got his nose chopped off. Sizemore just trying to hold the middle part of the racetrack. Now comes down on Freeman. Freeman catches the inside tyres and he goes upside down. Jeremy Freeman in the 18 will take a look at your Wicked Cushion instant replay. Boy, oh boy, what a wild couple of laps that was for not only your race leaders, but for Freeman and Sizemore. Not only are they trying to stay on the lead lap, but they were battling with one another for position. We're at 12th and 13th, and well, the 18 just throws it in a little too early. And catches the tyres, and goes upside down. And the 18 gets collected by the 99, but no harm, no foul to the 99 of Patrick Solari. And where is Keith Hackney gone? Trying to have a look here.
Green flag.
Don't worry about that. We're going back racing here, folks. Not sure why Tim Christensen was going on by there. He's going to get a black flag. And here we go. 8 laps to go in tonight's main event. Stuckwish, Solari and Murray now the top 3. Stuckwish, he's got a clear track in front of him. Can he hold off a charge from the 99 of Solari? 3 and 4. Will Solari go top, bottom? He goes to the top. He follows Stuckwish, trying to get the run down the back straightaway. Follows him into 3 and 4. Chowding in the 47, trying to make something happen on the top side of the racetrack in 3 and 4. Chowding into the wall. 89 of Darren Friedman, your B main winner, up to position 5. Not a bad drive. Christensen in the 27. Gonna get relegated or get put back a lap right now after going by the leaders when the green flag had come out, but you can't pass on the inside. 4 laps to go here at Kokomo. Stuckwish just 4, make that 3 circuits away from finding victory lane, looking to park it in victory lane. Can he do it? There's every chance. All signs point to yes, but anything can happen in these final 2.5 laps. And there is the win. There is the thing that will end tonight's race. Of course, the 28, I believe that was. No, in fact, it might have been the 22 of Brooks Trammell. We'll take a look at your Wicked Cushion instant replay. So watching Brooks Trammell in the 22, as this will wrap us up. Just lock the brakes up, and fortunately, that will end tonight's race under the yellow flag conditions, as we've got one more time around this track. Ethan Stuckwish going to lead all 50 laps. Here, Patrick Solari home in second. Third is going to go to the 333 of Blake Murray, and of course we'll check your full field results and we'll have a look at your Hazard Media finishing results here in just a moment. Of course, we're going to watch the 33 to see if he's going to attempt to burn it down in victory lane, or whether he's just going to park it up on the front straightaway and call it a night. Looks like it's just going to be parked up on the victory lane. That's a great shot right there. So, well done. In fact, we're just going to pause that there because that's all you need to see. Let's take a look at your Hazard Media finishing results. Coming home with the win in car number 33, leading all 50 laps, it's Ethan Stuckwish home in second, the 99 of Patrick Solari. Blake Murray home in third. Fourth went to Lucas Chowding. Fifth went to the 89 of Darren Friedman. Troy Stuckwish home in 6th. Michael Holder 7th. Cody Cantonwine in 8th. Jamie Massey in 9th. Austin Carnley rounds out the top 10. Go over the page. Josh Corker home in 11th. 12th went to Dustin Sizemore. 13th was Chris Cox. Brooke Trammell home in 14th. 15th Tim Christensen. 16th was Kenneth McLaughlin. Jeremy Freeman in 17th. Thomas Coggins in 18th. 19th Keith Hackney. And Jared Nash rounded up the 20-car field here in tonight's main. Kenny, just before we go down to a victory lane, it's a race that sort of had a bit of everything. 2-3 wide battles, some lap traffic playing its part, but in the end, Ethan Stuckwish just too good.
Yeah, he was. I mean, we have officials that are telling that lap cars just hold your line, so it's up to the leaders to maneuver around them, and I think a couple guys did. A couple guys made some bad decisions. But, it's part of racing. You never know what's going to happen. But hats off to Schaefersville Ironman Series, Chris Tilley and CT Promotions for backing us for doing this. And you've done an awesome job. And let's hear what the top 3 have to say.
All right, so let's go ahead and, we're going to go straight down to victory lane and chat with the driver who led all 50 laps here tonight. Ethan, congratulations on this victory. You must be thrilled and a kind of relief to get this win here, considering that you had a bit of a tough time getting through those lap cars.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it, but I mean, this track is so short and, so tight racing. You got guys running the top, bottom, middle, you just gotta basically just be like, well, I mean, you don't know what lane you need to run because, like I said, I mean, you got guys running 3 wide next to you. You got guys all over the place. So yeah, I'm pretty relieved to be able to pull this one off.
How tough was it to get through that traffic, knowing that you had some fast guys behind you, and one little slip up, could have been the end of your race, and it could be the difference between talking to you in victory lane or maybe just a few steps down on the podium.
Yeah, I knew that if I could uh, run somewhat of a similar line and kind of get around lap traffic without trying to have to change my lineup a bit, I knew that I could probably keep those guys behind me. But I knew Keith and Lucas, they're one of the fastest guys on the iRacing software. So I mean, I knew they were breathing down my neck the whole time.
Well, you come away with the win here at Kokomo in the limited late models. Congratulations on that. Before we let you get out of here, sponsors, shout-outs, who makes it all happen for you?
First of all, I want to thank everyone here over at IDA. They put on a good show each and every week. My parents and Team Seattle Transportation and Ted Brown Quality Paint.
All right, there we go. Ethan Stuckwish there home with the win, leading all 50 laps. We'll now just scoot on down the line. We'll chat to Patrick Solari, who comes home in second place tonight. Patrick, congratulations on second. You were top 5 car all night, and late in that race, you made some moves and things just went your way, and you come home second. You got to be pleased about the result.
Oh, yes, sir. Luck really kind of played a role with the lappers and everything. It allowed me to gain some of that position I lost.
Talk about this racetrack and how difficult it is to try and change your lineup, especially in 3 and 4, 1 and 2. We didn't really see guys go to the bottom that were sort of out in front. It was you only had to go to the bottom if you were trying to pass the car or get by a lap car. Talk about the track changes and what it means, or how you were able to handle the different track conditions, especially at different ends of the racetrack.
Yeah, it's kind of like a track around here, Princeton Speedway. It's real tight in one corner and kind of broad in the other. And it kind of seemed a lot like that track. You kind of had to run it tight in 3 and 4 with it being on the bottom, and then just bang that cushion in 1 and 2.
Well, you started third, so you picked up Heat 3 win, and you managed to move up one position at with a field of, I think, 24 or 25 drivers here tonight. 50 laps, it might think of as a long way around a racetrack, but when you put them on Kokomo, and especially how tight this racetrack is, it's time just flies when you're out of there having fun.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it really didn't. My spotter came across and said halfway and then 10 to go, and it didn't seem like it'd already been 40 or 25 laps. It flew by fairly quick.
All right, well, look, well done on the second place. Before we let you get out of here and just celebrate quietly, sponsor shout-outs, who do you want to thank?
Yeah, I'd like to thank S&S Industrial Maintenance. This is a wrap of my actual car, and so they have come on board and helped. On the spoiler it says pray for Abby Bailey. It's my dentist. His daughter has had some health issues, and she's doing well now, but he's helped a lot with our racing program in real life, and he wanted support St. Jude's on there, and that's why St. Jude's is on the car. It's for him and his daughter.
All right, well, look, well done on the second place, and we'll certainly keep Abby in our thoughts and prayers.
Thank you, sir.
There we go, Patrick Solari there, home in second place. We'll now scoot down the line just a little bit further. It's at all 3. It's the 333 home in third place, Blake Murray. Blake, you start on the outside of row 3, you come home with 3. It's kind of an omen right now. Third place here tonight after 50 laps. You're going to be happy about the result. Oh, hang on, how about I drag him up here first? Talking to Blake Murray. Blake, you started on the outside of row 3. You come home third in the number 333 car. You must be happy about the result here after 50 laps.
Yeah, I just tried to keep my nose clean. There's a bunch of traffic right there at one point.
What was it like running on the top side in 3 and 4? I noticed for a majority of that race, you were sort of one of the only cars, working that top side in 3 and 4. Where a lot of the drivers are running either the bottom or the middle. What was the difference in top and the middle?
Well, at the bottom, it was real slick and loose up off. Top was real loose, too. About running through the center, it was good up off. I found my groove about lap 10.
So how tough it was to get through these lap cars, not only, the lap cars, fighting for positions, they're fighting to stay on the lead lap, but, then you got to worry about the guys, who you're battling for, for position on the racetrack.
I didn't even know what place I was in. I was just riding.
All right, what did you make of the track, throughout the night, going into that 50 lapper?
I was just trying to buy my time.
Well, come home with third place finish out tonight before we let you get out of here. Our sponsor shout outs, who makes it all happen for you?
I don't even know.
All right, well, we'll leave that at that. So well done to Blake Murray home in third, Patrick Solari home in second, and Ethan Stuckwish home with the win, leading all 50 laps here at Kokomo. Kenny, I'll throw it to you for your final thoughts. I don't even know where to begin with this one to try and break this down.
Yeah, it was an exciting race. You got leaders getting up on lap cars that were told to hold their line. They held their line, and the guys had to maneuver around them, which is classic dirt track racing. You never know what somebody's going to do, but hats off to you. You did a great job. Our next event is Sunday. We're going to be doing the Mars Series at Knoxville. And then Monday, we got the Bruce Field Open Wheel Modifieds at Lanier. Next Tuesday, we have the Southern National Super Late Model Series at Volusia. And next Wednesday, we're back at with the Shapersville Ironman Series. And we're doing Lima Land. So y'all guys look me up on Online Dirt Connection on Facebook and OnlineDirtConnectionNews.com. And again, you did a great job. Look forward to working with you in the future. And my goal is to bring this iRacing. I know everybody's doing live broadcasts and stuff, but I've got some meetings set up next week, some phone conversations with some bigger sponsors. Just again, we're running this first 2 or 3 weeks here, trying to get a bunch of races in and get us some recognition and the sponsors build up to where after Christmas we come back and run some more during the winter right before the races start in March, and hopefully have some big money races. And again, any guys that are coming to Boyd Speedway next weekend for the Gobbler, it's a 2-day event. Send me a message on Facebook, and I'll help you out as far as getting you in the pits. And I appreciate everything you do, and I had a great time.
All right, so make sure you check him out on Facebook and all the social media platforms as well. Of course, we got to thank the sponsors here for the International Dirt Association. Those sponsors are popped up on your screen right now. Of course, Ultimate Dirt TV, we've got our own sponsors to thank as well. Of course, Wicked Cushion, bringing you all the starting grid and instant replays for the rest of the season. Of course, we want to thank BK Designs as well, Simworks Performance, and Hazard Media. A big, without those guys, we wouldn't be able to do what we do here at Ultimate TV. Ethan Stuckwish comes home with the win after 50 laps here in the limited late models. Of course, next Tuesday night, the Super Late Models return, or they head to Volusia Speedway Park in what should be another fantastic night of action there. So make sure you come back and stick around for that one. Of course, on behalf of Kenny Slayton, myself, Brett William, the entire team here at Ultimate Dirt TV, we say good night. Thanks for watching. Make sure you hit the like and follow button on our social media and check out our YouTube channel as well. Good night, everyone.